Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with their opponents. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the give, this is Akers. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
He'll drop to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
First down, he'll drop to throw. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Well, remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll drop to throw. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
And a confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because He went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game. So they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here's Lance to throw it. Drops this one down to Sermon.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. What he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now a run with Sermon.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. And Lance now to throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
And Lance going to throw. This to the outside, it's Sermon.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 10 on a 49er first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. Now, a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance.
Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Lance keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game.
The score, Niners 7, Black Knights nothing.
does well now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The play fake. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Throwing now is Lance. Flush to his right.
Sermon with space, a first down and then some.
Bulldozes past him. And down to the 28-yard line.
It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
I thought he did a nice job there of reading the coverage and realized he didn't have anything downfield. So what quarterback doesn't love having a running back who's a terrific safety valve that he can dump the ball off to and turn it into a big hitter anyway?
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Coming
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger. Touchdown! Trey Sermon, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And now the rookie's free. He will score. Touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Escaping the pressure right. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Here's Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means a free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go.
Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off around the 37. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards, first down Niners. To throw, it's Lance. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, as the first half is winding down. And the Niners would extend their lead here just before halftime. Boswell for the extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive, as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas.
Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points. While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. Boswell's kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Now a throw here to his running back. A little juke. And some room to work. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
We may be looking at the scoreboard. This offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And from their own end zone, it's a fake, but he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory, look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
Second down and goal. Lance to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is now 24. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!" Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They'll give this to Akers running right. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. He'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Again, he targets Kupp, and this time he's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. A give running right is Akers. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Cam Akers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
It's a run with Akers. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Sermon with space, a first down and then some. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco and a pickup of 16. Lance looking to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
To throw again on second down, Lance. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Trey Sermon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Boswell good with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll set up a throw. quick slant here to Woods.
They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. But his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 28, and they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Throwing on first down is Lance. This to the outside, it's Sermon.
Touchdown 49ers.
Trey Sermon
From 17 yards out. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
They're definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A fourth touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, fourth quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down. They'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's Higbee, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And now here's another interception.
picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They run once more with Sermon.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 76 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. This one caught by Kittle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On play action, Lance. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. And obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead will swell by one more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.